Mike Budenholzer had some advice to the team during the timeout. Here we go.
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA, celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. As we're going to break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Chicago. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Indiana, 2 spots down.
And right now for the Pacers, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Chase picked up steam for Rookie of the Year. He wasn't a popular pick before the season started, but he's been a pleasant surprise for this team. There's still a long road ahead. We'll see how the rest of this year goes. Guys?
We have a lot of time left. David, thank you so much. Greg, Che is off to a great start.
For Che, I think it's all about fighting through the rookie wall, maintaining the production through April. If he can do that, he's certainly in the mix.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's McConnell in at the point. And for Chicago, and small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. Center ends there with Johnson. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Smitty, the future for these 2 teams, terrific. A lot of young talent on display.
Yes, it is, and you got to be happy if you're the fan base. You can grow with these guys, and you can see them grow, and they are going to win a lot of games in the future.
Pass to Warren. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Warren's got the opening bucket of the night here for Indiana.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Johnson can't hit. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Oladipo outside. No good from outside. Now here's Satoransky. Young outside. Carter up top. Shoots over Turner. The shot's good from Carter.
A crafty scorer near the rim. Wendell Carter challenging the defense and prevailing.
Now here's McConnell. Satoransky covering. Oladipo outside. Floats one up. They get it again. Young dishes to Johnson. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Johnson. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Down low. The dish to Young. Clock at 4. Back to Johnson. Over Oladipo. Johnson's shot is off. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Chicago. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Sabonis finds Warren. Back to Sabonis. Oladipo outside. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot.
You don't see that play regularly from them, but it led to a made three. So you can't knock them for trying it.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Sabonis against Young with the fadeaway. Sabonis, no good. Bulls trailed by 3. Porter passes to Johnson, and here's Carter, guarded by Oladipo. Johnson from outside. Another miss by Johnson. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner, Greg. How does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Warren kicks to McConnell. Oladipo outside. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Oladipo's got 6.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now,
a minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The pass to Sabonis. Passes it to Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. And the shot is long.
easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Young and Carter are the big men inside. Johnson is out there with White. And it's Murray in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the first one drops. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Murray. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. Oladipo goes in. And no good. Nice D from Porter. And Young kicks to Johnson. They get the rebound. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Warren. To the left side wing. Here's McConnell. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
The Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for the Pacers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yeah, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Good on the second free throw. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Johnson for three. The long distance three is buried. Johnson's got the lead up to three now for Chicago.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. .132 left in the first half. Warren. Good defensive work there by Young.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's McConnell. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Young at the elbow. Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. Over Oladipo. And it's Johnson again missing. Indiana trailing here. Outside Warren. Pass to McConnell. Porter against Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And Satoransky kicks to Carter. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Carter's got his second bucket.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. It's the Bulls leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Chicago leading. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's McConnell in at the 5.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Pass to Warren. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And even as a rookie, you can see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
McConnell scanning the floor. And there's the pass to Oladipo. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. They get it back. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. White against Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. White, good. White's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. He doesn't hit that one.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
On the wing, Johnson. Over Sabonis. Another one falls for Chicago.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pacers trail by 9. And here's McConnell. No points in the game hit for him. Passes it to Sabonis. Dishes to Warren. Knocks it loose. Porter with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. White's running. And the basket by Johnson.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't.
LaVine deciding where to go with it. Outside, Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Young and Carter are the big men inside. And it's Johnson in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Porter, no luck.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. Oladipo hits them both. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Johnson kicks to LaVine. Pass to Porter. Inside, Sabonis with the steal. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded by Johnson. That's tipped. Here's McConnell. He's guarded by Johnson. 4 on the clock. Rejected by Young. Carter dishes to Porter. To the inside. And stolen by McConnell. And a fast break now for the Pacers. On its way from Oladipo for 2. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Oladipo's got the game tied up here for the Pacers. Johnson from outside. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to McConnell. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Shot clock at 6. And Oladipo kicks to Turner. Over Carter to take the lead. And Sabonis finishes it off. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. Sabonis with the bucket.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 4. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Doug McDermott.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a smasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense. You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Johnson for three. Sabonis grabs the ball.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
McConnell passes to Warren. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's an 8-point Pacer lead.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
If their lead starts to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Turner. Now McConnell. Back to Turner. Here's Warren. Again, the miss by Warren.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Here's Oladipo. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And the Pacers lead by 8.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Nine seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Sumner. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Che, big win for you and your team fighting in the playoff race. Coming down the stretch, does it feel like every game has that postseason mentality?
Absolutely they do, man. Playoffs already started for us. With so much on the line, you know, positioning and all that. We're approaching every game like it's do or die. Paid off for us tonight, man. Good job to my teammates and shout out to the fans.
Well, you're still in it to win it, and you won it tonight. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, great job.
I'm going to say this right now, and I want to be very clear. I don't care if this is a season-ending injury.